Because you just never know. We're live, and you just never know what news is going to break because the Carlton board are sitting right now as we speak. What do you think they're talking about?
Oh, which house are going to go to after? One in Brighton, one down the peninsula.
No, let's seriously play it out. Hey guys, hope you're all well. Like, all right.
What is top of the What's top of the agenda?
What is top of the agenda?
I don't know. Honestly, probably Melbourne. Maybe like that's not an agenda item, but I think that would be spoken about off the top. Like that situation's unfolded. What happens? Does that change anything for us, etc.?
What do you make of the Melbourne decision?
Oh, do you want to get into it now, or when we touch on them a little bit later?
Okay, we'll touch on them a little bit later. But like, what do you mean? Okay, so what I mean is, what do you make of the decision
in relation
to us?
It's very much dependent on what direction the club wants to go into. If I was chief operating officer at the club, even though that's not a role, but if I had all the power at the club, the decision Melbourne made yesterday or the day before would have no bearing on what I would want to do, because I think they're very much in a position right now where they have their change kind of set forward. They've got their incumbent president and CEO, and now they're just after a head coach who they want to get before trade periods and all that stuff. So there can be certainty and stability around the club. And if they want to go after a Longmire or a Simpson, as has been reported, then by all means. So if the club want to go in that same direction, then I guess it does change something for them. But it wouldn't if I was in charge.
Where are you now? Does Voss stay or go?
I don't think it changes. I don't think the what's happened in the week changes.
No. I mean, like, yeah, but like every week is just another layer of compound effect.
Yeah, fair. Gut feel still thinks he stays.
Okay. It is the only thing the club haven't done in this situation.
Stand by the man.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. You're right.
They've sacked mid-season. They've sacked end of season. They've external reviewed. They've waited. Like they've gone for the inexperienced first-time coach. They've gone for the assistant. They've gone for the experienced coach. Done the premiership coach.
And that dates all the way back till the early 2000s. that pattern of behaviour.
Yeah, your mate Mick.
My mate Mick, even before then with Pagan and Britton and them. My mate Mick. I don't know. Have I told my Mick Moldhouse story on here before?
You have. He was very rude to you.
He was. Which in hindsight, I actually kind of like. I don't know. Strangely. No. I was 9 years old and I didn't need anything. I wanted the photo. I wanted the photo with him, and then Michael Jamieson, Lockie Henderson, I think Zach Tui, David Allard, and Jeremy Layla. I think those are the 5 players. I think. So a real who's who of just role players in 2015. Great. I would like to present this as a fact to you just now, and I don't know. You can take this however which way you want. In the last since 2000, only two coaches have won premierships at their second or third club. One of those was Mick Moldhouse in 2010, and it took him 10 years to do so. And the other one was Lee Matthews.
Well, yeah, I guess the math ain't in Vossi's favour.
You could say it like that. I'm more looking at it from the perspective of people clamouring for a Longmire, a Simpson, a Hinkley, a Buckley, a Hurd, those types.
Fair.
History dictates it either takes a lot of time, in which case Kate Voss, or it's not going to happen at all, and in that case you don't do it. So I would like, yeah. So they're
What
just
about
some dramas.
what about the soap opera that is? Well, Carlton is the soap opera. What about the fucking soap opera that is Days of Our Lives? That is Jack Silvagni and this whole thing.
I know, right? It feels very. Yeah, soap operas are great. I really like that term they used. Yeah, it's just. I feel like it's going to lead to a climax, and it might be a Game of Thrones style ending that really just throws a cat amongst the pigeons. But who knows?
Can I put something on just out there? So today was a bit of a turning point for me in this story. So did you hear Doc's comments today?
The ones about Sauce, yes.
Yeah. So he's like, 28, you're at this point in your career, you got to get, it's your last chance at a contract. And I think in him saying that, and like fair play for him being honest, but I think in him saying that might just reveal a bit about the mentality. It's what can you get out of the Carlton Football Club as opposed to what can you give to the Carlton Football Club? And maybe that's just the nature of the beast now, and get over it.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from in that regard.
From a guy that was supported in the most unbelievable way by the club.
Yeah.
On the outside, anyway, it would seem.
Yeah, I also think that was fascinating insight because Silvagni was one of the few players that was mentioned in Doc's retirement address to the group, and in the nature of his comment towards him, it felt like they're quite close. I don't exactly know if they are or not, but the sarcastic nature of the comment that was made tends to make me believe that they are quite close. So if anyone's in the know, it would be him, and obviously he's got to be as diplomatic as possible in this situation. It was interesting that he decided to go with that avenue of talking about it in terms of like it's his decision and he's got to do what's best for his family and stuff, which is correct. Like at the end of the day, he does have a family and it is his profession, and that obviously has to be taken into account. However, it's not going to make it sting any less.
This whole fabric of the club, I realized today, is garbage. It's rubbish.
What do you mean?
Oh, Jack can't go. The Silvagni legacy, fabric of the club. It's rubbish. It's rubbish.
I don't think anyone. People have. Well,
as in, I was saying it was coming from. I was feeling that too. I mean, there are people out there that feel that as well. I'm saying in my own experience of this story, I've gone from he does need to kind of be around. He's part of this club and the fabric of it, and then I've just realized we are fans. They are players. They are the ones that will retire, and they are the ones that are on the field, and they're the ones that get the opportunity to be in the league for 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, whatever it is. So, like, too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of understand where you're coming from, and I also think it's very interesting that the history, I guess, or like the lineage from the Silvagni name obviously does hold a lot of weight to it, but in recent times it has been a little bit more of a toxic thing in recent times, obviously with Stephen and even Jack's form and his place in the side before this year felt very turbulent, and even the club's relationship with Stephen as well feels that way as well, or is that way, I should say. I think that's pretty well known. So it is interesting, and I guess we are a club that is, as a supporter base for the most part, we are demanding for the club to modernise and to step into the modern era. And I think I mentioned this last week, but this is just an unfortunate place that Jack has found himself in. But that last name is one of the key pillars of the older generation of the good old Carlton and all this stuff that I think needs to be moved on. Although, just looking at it from an on-field perspective, I don't want Collingwood to get Jack Silvagni. That makes them an infinitely better team, and I don't want that. I don't want anyone to get him because they're going to improve. I would love him to play for us. He could be named Tom Smith. I'd still want him to play. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just think I understand that these meetings happen with free agents and a lot more players do it than what we're led to believe. But this felt like it purposely was made public, or there was a failure to not stop it from going public. Therefore,
Players meet with coaches all the time,
yeah,
all the time. Like it is. I think it is unbelievably common. Sydney met with Buddy Franklin 12 months before he signed with them, something along those lines. So it actually happens a ridiculous amount. And I think there's a perverse fascination with this situation, especially because it was initially with Collingwood and now with Essendon as well. That whole the narrative, right? That pulls the heartstrings, and that punches a lot of Carlton supporters in the chest. It's like the treachery in a sense,
yeah,
regardless of the last name or not, but the last name compounds it.
yep, mate.
Anyways,
more updates to come. How are you going anyway, mate? You well?
yeah, I was gonna say how yeah, I'm all right. Apart from all of that, yeah, pretty good.
You had a haircut?
I did have a haircut. Ray came back from holidays recently, which was great. Saw him yesterday. Had a good chat. Got the hair trimmed. Very good. I actually had a manic day in the car yesterday. I was in the car. I reckon I was in the car for more of the day than I wasn't. I had to go. I'll indulge everyone because I'm sure everyone cares. I had to go home, then got a haircut, then got a coffee, then came back home, then took my dog to get a haircut, then went to the gym, then picked her up, then came back home, then went to my dad's, then came back home. So a lot of driving, which was good.
Poor thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, real shame. I had to sit in my car. I know. Really, yeah. Pulls on the heartstrings, that story, I'm aware. So sorry for everyone.
So what's your coffee order?
Just it depends, but latte is just what I normally go with.
Full cream milk?
Yeah, normal milk. Thank you.
Yeah.
Straight from the cow. I also do like black coffee, but that's just more for convenience. Like,
this is a piss take, but like the Herald Sun have just posted a breaking article news. Voss spotted leaving Blues HQ as top brass assess key issues.
wow!
AKA,
Huge.
AKA man leaves work. End of day.
Yeah. Yeah. End of business day. Man leaves his job. Yeah, great.
Man goes home after a big day of work.
Yeah. Why is no one out? Why is no one outside my work door now when I leave work today? When I left work today?
Hey, be careful what you wish for.
Why was Ralphie not there in the bushes?
Can you imagine like living and then stepping out to go get your coffee, take your dog for a haircut, and then just have your mate Mitch Cleary like in the bushes, just hiding, waiting to just jump you? Like, can you imagine that?
Articles written on it. Just insane.
Yeah. Man leaves house.
Yeah. I can't. Is that actually dead set? Are you being serious? Because that just.
Hang on.
Yeah, I don't think I'll focus, but I get the gist. Here we go. Voss spotted leaving Blues HQ as top brass assesses key issues. Yeah, great. Yeah, terrific. Good stuff.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. So, well, there you go. It even goes far as back as the Silvagni conversation, and we've been here before as Carlton supporters. We're headline grabbers as a club just because of the nature of it. So everything will be blown out of proportion. And like I said, it's the perverse nature of seeing Carlton supporters go into meltdown, which I actually kind of understand, to be honest. We are dramatic at the best of times.
Do we care too much?
Yep.
We do, don't we?
Yep. But if you don't care too much, then what's the point?
Well, the point is living a good life without, putting yourself in harm's way.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think you got to put yourself in a position to get hurt in order to get the joy, don't you?
That's true. No, that's true. That's true.
So you might
we've come this far. We didn't commit this much to just commit this much.
Yeah. We have to say it through now. So
anyway, we will talk more about the Baggers, I'm sure. We've got a lot to get through.
How are you?
including-
Firstly, we spoke about my escapade
Oh.
recently. Where are you?
Hey, thanks for asking.
Because I feel like a lot of your life, especially now with how the club is going, is consumed by it all. Like you're consumed by the club. So is it just a chance of like anything non-Carlton related happen to you like recently? That's just
You're
just-
a fuckwit.
no. Just generally speaking, just like how's your life? How you been?
Life's good. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I woke up. Touch wood. I'm not injured. And you know, the most important things are accounted for.
Great, love that.
Yeah, very very cheeky by you. Well done. Well done. Well done.
I'm just looking out for you, man. Just looking
Yeah,
out.
I appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it.
Because as we've established, our relationship doesn't exist beyond the confines of this hour and a half per week. So just a good chance to catch up and you know.
No, I'm good, mate. I'm excited. I have never been excited for an off season. I usually dread off season because like, oh, trade content, trade rumors. Whereas now I'm like, oh, change, good, trade content, trade rumors. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah,
It brings him some views as well, which is always handy.
yeah, sure, but more so just I want to know the changes. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I think we're all in that position. Yeah.
I want to know what the changes are going to be.
Yeah,
I know that your little TikTok brain will think about views first, and you know, going viral. But
Oh well, mate. God, don't Can I? I'll save it for off air. But
go on. You're here now.
No, okay. So, I won't use names. I won't use specifics, just in case. But a podcast that I'm a big fan of, which if you're a consistent watcher of this show, you might know which one I'm referencing. But a podcast that I'm a big fan of, the producer of said podcast got a hold of one of my TikToks, and he didn't take it in the manner in which I delivered it or intended to deliver it, and left a scathing reply, which I then knew who the person was, and then kind of sucked ass a little bit because the video was intended to be a joke, and then they brought it up not one but two episodes of the podcast, and it wasn't taken well, put it that way, despite my best efforts to mend the situation. So
Whoa!
Yeah,
Which
so
video?
that's all I'm going to digress with right now.
Okay, can you tell me later?
Yeah. But right now that's what I'll digress with. I don't think people care.
Do I need to go and get? Do I need to step in and beef
No.
up?
No. You don't. Yeah, no, you don't. You don't.
Interesting. All right, we'll fix this later. I'm looking forward to it.
There's nothing to be fixed. There's nothing. It's just a very funny situation. That's all.
No. This guy's not gonna be fucking messaging you out of nowhere, giving
No.
you
It replied in the comments of the video.
Oh,
yeah, not a DM. No, not a DM.
all right. Well, we'll deal with that. Hey, you are the winner of the tipping comp between you and I. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, I don't actually know the exact numbers, but I appreciate waving the white flag. Thank you very much.
I will concede victory. You have won the Mano El Mano tipping comp. Shkivo is actually winning the whole tipping comp. So congratulations there. But yeah, Ari, mate, we're going for dinner.
Right. It doesn't have to be Nobu. Just wherever you.
Can I pick somewhere? As in, I have pretty good taste. Like, I'm not going to take you to somewhere that. Yeah.
No, I know you are very well. You're well kept as a human generally. So you are very you're very
all right.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
All right. So congratulations on that front. Shall we get stuck into this round? Because there are some barn burner matchups coming up.
Yes, and there's actually a lot. Wait, is there? I don't think there is.
Yeah, that's being sarcastic, but
you actually, okay, right, okay, sorry. Well, I was going to say there's actually a few things to talk about in regards to different teams, and I actually think the best game is the first game.
I agree. I'm going to go. I'm going.
God, I'm actually kind of jealous.
Yeah, I'll be there. Hawthorn, Collingwood. So I think we need to unpack both teams properly. We'll start with. Okay, we'll start with Hawthorn.
Start with the home team.
What comes to mind?
It's actually funny. They're the team that I think they're the only team in the top 9 that I know can't win it.
What? Okay, fair enough. I mean, I just think this is the do or die game because I just don't see them beating Brisbane in a couple of weeks. Next week, who they got next week? Fuck.
They've got Melbourne at the G.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They need to win 2 of the 3, I believe, to make the 8. But I just believe in Hawthorn as a club. Pommy said something last night which hit me. It's like they just find a way when they need to, when they're in this situation as a club, they find a way to do it. So from that point of view, I think they'll win, but I don't know if I've got the guts to tip them.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, this is the first time really they've been in a position where the expectation is on them since really they were in their dynasty cycle. So obviously they won their 3 ending in 15, 16 they go straight sets. They miss 17 and they go straight sets in 18. And I think the 2018 year was the year where it was like, okay, this is your last shot at it. What have you got? And they weren't able to do any damage in the finals then. I think the double chance is probably beyond them now. They'd have to go to the Gabba and do something pretty miraculous. So with the expectation on them, it will be interesting to see whether or not they can hold up. But okay. that Will Day, I mean, I don't know if you're going to bring that up just then, but the Will Day injury is just massive, like just absolutely massive.
I wonder if it does something to the team's belief.
Yeah, I mean that is a good kind of thought to raise.
Can they win? I don't know if you're going to tip them, but like, can they win? I genuinely think they can do it. Like they can rise to it.
Well, history dictates that the last 8 times these two sides have played, 4 wins, 4 losses for either side, and it has come in a win-loss rotation. And obviously, the Pies got the job done pretty convincingly earlier on in the year. So history dictates that Hawthorn will get the job done, but obviously football is not played on AFL tables. So he's played on grass. So we don't know. I think Hawthorn will probably, obviously both teams are coming off losses last week. Hawthorn probably are a little bit more of a well-placed side in a sense from the perspective of I think they were a little bit more pleased than what Collingwood were at the end of that loss. Obviously, you don't want to lose, especially in top 4, like 6-pointers, if you want to use a football term. So, yeah, it was very interesting coming out of the weekend for both those two teams.
Yeah. Just getting news here. Will Day, obviously out. Harry Morrison out. In comes Bruce and CJ.
Interesting. Oh, yeah, so the team's coming in, yes.
Team's coming in. Can I raise a player to watch for Carlton?
Are you going to say one of either Bailey McDonald or Cam McKenzie?
CJ.
Thoughts? CJ.
For the Blues? Pace? Speed?
Yeah, I mean, it probably is a
cheap?
Very different dynamic. Would you play him on a wing?
Play him off halfback?
Play him off
halfback wing.
Interesting.
Yeah, halfback wing.
Interesting. I can't say I'm too clued up, so I won't make any outlandish statements right now. Don't know if his ball use is cream of the crop, but I do agree he adds a little bit of just a physical dynamic of a powerful player who can break lines with his speed and with his physicality. So it could be something to watch. How old is he?
Well, you've really I don't know what you've said there. You've really Switzerland whatever you just said.
Yeah, because I don't know him that well as a player, so I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, he's exactly what we need. He's going to fix the club." When I don't know.
Just say I don't know.
Yeah, I did say that. I did say I don't know, but then I did say the things that I did know about him.
Okay, so what about this?
Relax. Jeez, far out.
The Collingwood outs and ins.
Yeah, I did say that. 77% disposal efficiency this season, which is average for a halfback. So kind of have to be worse than what we've got right now.
Yeah. Well, Charlie Dean, Bobby Hill out, Oleg Markov out, Billy Frampton in, Tom Mitchell in, Jeremy Howe in. It's Harry Perriman's 150th and Still Sidebottom's 350th. So, yes. Good segue. the Pies. Do you still believe?
You'd be a fool to jump off the bandwagon or jump off the train right now. I think you can't write them off. They showed in 2023. Obviously, I think it's a little bit of a different scenario than what it was in 2023. However, they do have form for this and going on to win it. However, what I will say, I don't want to divulge on this point too much. I don't think you speak to a lot of Collingwood supporters and they'll say, back into 2023, we did our mini preseason and it set us up well for finals, and that's what got us through. And that's why we lost a couple of games towards the back end, because we were just heavy training loads, conditioning up for prime finals football. And I agree to that point. However, I disagree by saying in the first final against Melbourne, they had, I think, 24. I think they had 24 of the last 31 inside 50s in that game, something along those lines. They scraped through against the Giants by a point, and they were losing for a vast portion of that game, especially early on. And the grand final was on the knife edge till the last 30 seconds, where a different umpiring decision and results are different. So I don't necessarily think you can take the 2023 dynamic and say, well, it worked then, it'll work now, because I don't really think it worked. I just think they got away with it, if that makes sense.
Fair. I think Collingwood know what they're doing.
Yeah,
because they've done it before. They know they know what they're doing.
Yeah, you would be. I mean, in it's them, Brisbane, and Geelong in terms of the teams you trust the most.
And the Crows.
Do you trust the Crows in finals?
Okay, they haven't earned that. Okay,
yeah,
fair enough. No, I can't say I trust them because I've not seen them there. Okay, all right. Who are you tipping? More importantly,
I'm looking at Collingwood's ins, and I think Dean, Frampton, easy swap. Charlie Dean looked miles off it against Logan Morris last week, so I think that's very handy for them. Howe in for Markov. I think Pommy spoke about it last night. That completely transforms their defence. Very good. Mitchell in for Hill. Not exactly a straight swap. And Ned Long was very poor last week against Brisbane. So finding that midfield mix probably means DeGoey plays more forward, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Gives a little bit more of an inside grunt for Collingwood to counteract Hawthorn's slightly poor midfield. I understand that. So it'll be interesting to see if that midfield mix works. And that is probably my biggest question mark in regards to them, because it was flagged towards the back end. It was flagged in the post game of the game against Brisbane. It was nick or bust, and they can't. That's not sustainable heading into finals.
Right. I'll tip Collingwood when it's all said and done.
Yeah. Gut feel reckons that's the best idea.
Okay. Let's move along. Geelong Essendon, Friday night, 7:40 p.m. This is just unbelievable stuff here. GMHBA. Jeremy Cameron 100 watch. We open up this can of worms. Let's go. Question number 1. Will he kick 100 goals this year? Do you think he'll do it?
Yes. It'll be in finals. In finals.
You think, okay. In finals. Okay. How many, and you've written here, how many does he kick in this game?
Well, he kicked 6 the last time they played early in the year, and I think they had the Bombers had a lot of their key stocks still in the side, and they don't today or on Friday night, and it is in Geelong. We could be into double-digit territories.
You think he'll kick 10?
I mean, he kicked 11. He kicked 11 2 weeks ago. It's not exactly a big stretch, and the way that they're feeding him the ball as well. I mean, some of the handball receipts he was getting was a bit, how you going? So
I'm going to say 8.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's probably the average.
This for me has I don't know why. I just feel like I don't even know. Like, it's such a random thought to have, but I feel like Brian Myers will kick 4.
Wow, what's that paying on the bookies?
I don't know. Just had a dream, you know.
Well, what dreams are you having?
I'm a dreamer. I'm a big dreamer.
Yeah, okay, great. Grant wants to kick 4 goals. He's paying $71. So
Okay.
I'll tell you, he's paying $9 to kick 4.
Who?
Jack Martin.
Oh, easy.
What did we make of that last week?
You know what? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Look at how they have managed Jack Martin and look at how we manage Jack Martin. So for us, he needed to be one of the best 10 players in the team. We had that expectation of him. And so he was playing as early as he could. They had this plan with him. He didn't even look like appearing in the first half of the season.
Yeah.
And it's just perfect. What's he paying for Norm Smith?
Jesus. Well, yeah, you're right. He wasn't likely at the first half of the year. Then post the bye, came in playing off halfback, drop him as a sub, and then he comes on as a sub, kicks 4 and 5, and really, I mean, the game wasn't in doubt. But if it was, he would have put it beyond it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the sub's a perfect role for him, personally. Just coming on, game in the balance, third quarter, and he can do things like that. I mean, we won't know because he's always one calf injury away. So we won't know until we know, and we will know when he either kicks 4 on grand final day and wins a Norm Smith, or gets injured again in 2 weeks and isn't seen again. So
I'm actually happy for him. Like I genuinely am.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I've got no ill will towards the guy. He was always nice enough.
All right.
I think
he was. He would have said yes to a photo with you.
Yeah, even if I didn't say please, he would have said yes to a photo with me.
Yep. All right, so we're tipping Geelong, Richmond, St Kilda.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Let's just tip it.
Naz will do what? I'm thinking 40 and 6.
Where do you think he goes? Do you think he stays?
Yeah, I think he stays. I think that is a departure that could break a club, genuinely.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because he's on this pedestal now, as they haven't had this level of guy since Revolt.
Pretty much.
And these guys, right?
Yeah.
They haven't had this talent. He has to stay, and if he doesn't, that would just be, mate, that'd be demoralising. So,
yep.
I think he does stay, and I think he has 30 and 38 and kicks 3.
Fair. He just has an appetite for it. He always wants the ball, and they always want to get it to him, and it's just married up.
That's one of the frustrating things. I totally agree with that point, and it leads me to thinking about some of the most frustrating things I hear when about the footy or hear in like communities where it's like, why don't you just put a man on him? It's way harder than that. like this guy's tall, athletic, strong, long strides, quick. And like it's hard, very hard to have someone on him and to nullify him. So, I mean, you have to give credit to him for that because he's built himself to be that player.
He finds space. Yeah.
Yeah, his intelligence is an underrated feature, I think, of him as a footballer because, yeah, I agree.
Richmond, a chance?
No. Oh, probably, but also, like, who cares?
All right. St Kilda it is. Brisbane Lions, Sydney Swans, the Gabba. I was looking at this game as the potential elimination final a few weeks ago until the Swans blew it.
The Swans are now mathematically out of finals contention.
Yep. Lachie Neale.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Who's the biggest beneficiary? Beneficiary as in it's terrible for Lachie Neale, but who does it open it up for?
I mean, the natural. I think you got to look at who. I'll answer your question. I think it's Levi Ashcroft. Because I think when the top dog goes down, everyone gets pushed up one, and then now Levi has gone. He will go from the pinch hitter, the ha forward to genuine midfield player. But I also think this is bad for Brisbane, but it's not the end of the world because their midfield bat's so deep and it absolutely destroyed the Pies on Saturday night. They were, I mean, speaking of Lachie Neale, do you remember his pickup and turn for the last goal.
Oh,
That is genuinely one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen on a footy field. To do that in that pressure, in that time of game, like just a genuine freak footballer.
no, he's a champion. He's a champion.
And yeah,
where do you sit in the Cam Rayner stakes?
love him. Absolutely. I love Cam Rayner so much. I think he's I've never been more irrationally angry at a football club when Brisbane played him off half back at the start of 2023. Played him off half back, didn't get near it, and then he moved forward against the Pies up in the Gabba, and I think he 3 goals in the first quarter, and I was like, that's why, right? I think I love him. I love him.
I get sucked into him every year. I think this is the year. It's his final series.
Yeah, man, he's that player, and they've got two of them. Him and Bailey are in a similar mold. Bailey will be more consistent, but those high half forwards who can have 5 minutes in the midfield, tear games apart, but can go forward and kick 4. They've got a very stacked list, talented list, even that bats through the pure midfielders. Rayner playing on in that for his goal from the pocket, and then pointing at the Collingwood fan, giving him the bird, just brilliant, just absolutely brilliant.
So they've got Sydney, then they're away to Fremantle, and then they're home to Hawthorn. How many do they win?
I think they can win all 3. I think they win the Freo game. I think the midfields that is just night and day to me, and we saw that we were able to do some damage. So imagine what Dunkley, Ashcroft, Berry, and McCluggage, even without Neil, because McCluggage is having a ridiculously good year as well, like freakish.
Yeah, he is.
So
all right,
yeah,
we will both be tipping Brisbane.
Yes.
Now we're going to talk about the Blues and the Suns. Wow, this is quite sad. This is just quite sad. You usually always have more notes about the Carlton game here than any other game, but you've got 2. That's okay. I do have an update, unfortunately, about Vossi.
Oh no.
I'm going to share my screen. Super Footy AFL. Like, this is the premier, footy reporting page. Look at this. Look at what we deal with. This is what we deal with. Michael Voss was seen leaving Icon Park while board members sat inside for a scheduled meeting.
Huge.
Do you know what I love? Fucking Webby. Man leaves work for the day. You fucking idiots are pathetic.
Is it a Hyundai? It would have to be, right?
Yeah. I guess. Is it?
I mean, it'd have to be. Yeah, huge story. Breaking news. Glad we're online for that.
Yes, it's a Hyundai Santa Fe SUV. All right, cool. So he's
very good.
It's unbelievable the way that they do it. It's unbelievable.
Game's the game. And look, we're all used to it, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Man goes home to see his family after work.
Man lives his life.
Man stays back after 5 p.m. and leaves an hour later.
Man puts in the hard yards under turmoil. He's in the trenches and he's put his head down and his bum up and he's got to work. He's not
punching in at 9 and punching out at 5. He's sticking around,
Exactly. He's not doing the whole get to work at like 8:55 and like walk through the doors at 9 o'clock. He's not doing that.
Man does overtime without getting paid overtime.
Exactly.
Although I think he probably does get paid overtime.
Oh, I'm assuming he gets paid handsomely.
As in, coaches, they're paid very well. All right, so there's that. We've spoken about Jack Silvagni, Carlton, Gold Coast. In my preview today, I put the clip of Damien Hardwick. And I actually remember I think I had this conversation with you, and I need to put my hand up and correct myself here and admit that I got it wrong. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but I'm fascinated.
Do you remember? I'm pretty sure it was with you. Do you remember when I was talking to you about the Damien Hardwick saying in the press conference, grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was with you, and I said, nah, I don't like it. Don't talk tough. Just go and do it.
Sure.
I feel like it was with you on this show, no?
I mean, a lot of people talk to me on a daily basis. Sorry, I apologize. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I was going to give you some props there, but go fuck yourself.
Okay, that's fine.
No, it's fine. No, because I remember us having a bit of a debate about it.
We definitely did talk about it.
Yeah. So he was right. I was wrong. They did need to grow up. They did need that feedback, but more importantly, they did the growing up, and they're the real deal. And I have serious concerns about this game.
Yeah. Yeah, so do I. I think the one positive is that I'm pretty sure a lot of their scores come from stoppage and clearance and contest, and that's where their one wood is. So, I mean, if we just I know we can't praise the team anymore, but just bring the same effort, contest and pressure like last week, and it should be minimal damage, hopefully. If we're not there, then we're not there, and it's going to blow out very quickly. But
yeah. Have you noticed? Yeah. So, what I realized would be losing badly? This is how much they've damaged me. When the club put out the thing about say farewell to Doc, and they've done this little campaign about it, 3 or 4 posts now. He's going to be going around in a car at halftime. He's going to be doing a Q&A at halftime. And in my head, all I could think of was him being interviewed at halftime while the boys are down 31.
40. Yeah.
40. Yeah. I was just restless crowd.
In typical Carlton fashion, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
That's what it would be. So, what did you... Yeah, I mean, now the time's passed a little bit after the fan cams and reaction. What did you make of the game on the weekend? Because that's, apart from our win against Melbourne, that's probably the most we've been in the game since our last win before that.
So, I think in terms of the attitude of the team and the spirit and the competitiveness and the togetherness, that was better than what we have seen for longer. But ultimately, Freo scored, they kicked 7 goals in the fourth quarter. So it's what are you all doing? You're undoing your brilliant work. It's so it's hard to acknowledge the brilliant work when it's what you undid it all. So I'm disappointed. Yep. Love the work of Cooper Lord. Yep. Some of these young kids. Yep. Devastated for Harry O'Farrell, ACL, of course. But yeah, I don't take my eye away from the fact that they let it slip. It was a fucking wasted opportunity. It really was.
Yeah, I totally agree, and that's I probably since the North game that's probably when I've been the most frustrated and genuine emotion after the game of that was frustrating to watch because we had it and we showed glimpses of being able to do it, but we just didn't put it together, which has been the trend of the season. So on one hand, I'm frustrated that we couldn't do it, but on the other hand, I'm I'm not surprised. We've won 3. So the stat is we've won 3 third quarters for the entire season. We haven't won a third quarter since round 6 against Geelong, and also we have a bottom 5 fourth quarter record as well. Actually, no, that's a lie. We actually do all right in fourth quarters. Our second quarters are slipping as well by the day.
I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. How has it gone so wrong? 6 times this year, leading at halftime and just letting it slip like that, and whatever.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Love the Suns. I actually love the Suns.
Yeah, it was speaking about this today. Suns in a granny would be good crack, I think.
Yeah, no, not that far. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah.
Nah, I'd love it. I'd be on board.
Will you be going to this game?
Yeah. Got nothing else to do. Saturday night, so.
I mean, you could watch it from home.
Yeah, but then I'm spending a Saturday night at home. I'm spending a Saturday night at home watching it instead of out and about watching it. You know what I mean?
True. That's a good point.
But it is the worse Carlton get, the more I see Carlton games as social events. And just the ability to just see people have a chat about anything apart from the game and just, might go out after for a bev or two. So, yeah.
Ooh, update from 7 News. Jane Bunn says it'll be a cold morning tomorrow.
Huge. And she's the best in the biz. So
Shout out to Jane Bunn.
best in the biz. So yeah, fingers crossed.
I'll be tipping Gold Coast.
Yeah.
I'll be tipping Gold Coast.
We can. Okay, we'll just. I'll mention when we're done. We can wrap up with it.
Oh, we can do it now.
Okay, so obviously it's at that period of time where contracts and out of contract players, etc. Mitch McGovern is 2 games away from an automatic extension on his deal to see him through to the end of next year. There's obviously 3 games left of the season.
Is that fact?
Well, your mate, I think it was my mate Mitch on tradies today. So,
hang on, can you hear me?
Yeah, I've got you.
I think this is a you. I don't know if this is you or me. You there?
Yeah, I've got you loud and clear. I don't have the sound effect to try to play loud and clear.
No, I didn't have a sound effect. I'm just. I saw your. Anyway, I think you're back. So you're saying McClure reported that he's got 2 games to go?
I think it was Mitch.
Mitch.
He's got 2 games. I think it's 2 games to go on his deal, and if he, as in like 2 games before he hits his automatic trigger for next year, and there's 3 games to go.
So are you asking me, do I want him to hit the trigger?
Well, I'm saying it's like we're in a cutthroat business and there's going to be big changes. It'd be very harsh considering where we are with no Farrell especially and no Silvagni. He is in our best 22 if he's fit. You can't freeze him out, can you?
No, I think you can pick him, but I would be open to trading him.
What's his value with that?
Well, gets a 1-year deal, whatever it is. So, like, you'd rather him be contracted so you can trade.
True, I guess. But...
yeah. I've read a bit about Brisbane being interested or whatever. Like, imagine, like, I think he'd be good at one of those teams. But yeah, I'd be looking to move and part ways personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a poor contract. I think it was a poor decision, and it's hard because you have to wait until the end of it to make the decision. I remember at the start of it, I remember doing videos saying, let's just wait until we have all the information. Like, it's pretty clear. Like, ultimately, from start to finish, that one's just not been a good one for the team, for the club. I mean, now that I look back, can you believe that it was like laughed at, that they were calling him brackets? Like, think about, we talk about standards at the club and culture and high performance. It's like at a point in time, it was like acceptable that they were calling him brackets and everyone was just laughing about it.
Yeah, it's funny in hindsight.
Like, what are we doing? Anyway, great guy, great human being, and gives his time up. And I have nothing against him personally. I feel like I almost need to reiterate that, but I just think from a playing performance availability point of view, I think I just want to move on to the next wave. So if we can get, a 2nd round pick, or if Brisbane would do something like that, I'd entertain it.
I don't think he's we're getting that. And what you said there makes it hard, because I do agree. Like, great guy, and that's what makes it hard, because in an ideal world, he's in the form that he was in the back end of 2023 and for the first 2/3 of last year when he was playing, and that was one of our more premium intercept defenders and was really important to our structure, and it just hasn't been able to put it together consistently, which is a shame again, because you want the club to make the right decisions, and ultimately whether or not the decision was right or not is based on his performance, and he hasn't been able to put it consistently enough, which is a shame. And like you said, because he always seems like a stand-up guy, so that's even worse. But yeah, it was just a thought that I would put up. So
fair. All right, let's move along. Port Adelaide, Fremantle, Saturday night, 8:10, Adelaide Oval. Freo, I think I'm being proven. They are mature. I'm being proven wrong. I think that they might be real.
Well, they did it the hard way against us, and they did it the hard way without one of their premium midfielders for the majority of the game. So, Yeah, they're good. I think. Yeah, I think they're good.
How good? Like, could win a prelim? Could make a prelim?
Can win a final good?
Mm.
Could win 2 finals good.
I think
Depending
the
on the matchup.
Hayden Young loss is huge because he's a big one for the way that they can move the ball because no one kicks like him in their team.
Yeah, and he's also and you need a balance in that midfield for sure. So yeah, he's a star. He's a star.
Yeah. My man. This is my man. Trav Boak announces his retirement.
How you feeling? You right?
Yeah, I'm all right. He's of all the Australian professional athletes I've met, he is by far the most impressive.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Fair.
just the way he carries himself, the way he trains, the attention to detail. He's played a lot of football, and he'll go down as one of Port Adelaide's greatest. So I think he's going to see out the rest of the year. But yeah, that was the announcement.
Yes, obviously, we won't get that elusive flag. So that's another superstar of the game who retires without the ultimate glory, which is always a shame because you want to see the best players have the best accolades. But
It's all sliding doors, but should he have gone to Geelong when he did that tour?
yeah, should have, would have, could have,
But didn't.
but didn't. Well done. That's great. Buddy.
Tipping Freo?
Yeah, probably. I think it's said in the comments as well. Shout out Luke Jackson. He's a star, and he's so important to them. And just another tidbit as well. If the AFL backflip on the sub and make it 5 on the bench, I think Freo are going to be scary, even more scary good next year because they're going to have so much more flexibility with Darcy and Jackson playing the ruck roles.
That's a very good point.
Playing the ruck roles. So yeah.
Okay. Jay, the latest with the board meeting is that there is no latest. Actually, sorry, there is.
Yeah, there is.
Michael Voss left work for the day. Yeah.
Which is good because I was on the assumption that he'd sleep there. You know, because he's got because we all know when football teams aren't going well, that the only thing they can do is work. So if anything, it's slack for him to go home and like put the feet up and watch some show. I don't know.
Wait, into our 5th hour of the board meeting? Are we sure about that?
Well, if they're outside reporting on Michael Voss leaving, then surely they would sit outside and wait for whoever else.
They're going to wait for the board meeting to end so they can doorstop them.
Yeah.
Should we be doing a watch along for this?
God. Nothing will come out. Well, I say nothing will come out. When do we talk about Melbourne? That's the next game, isn't it? Or 2 games to go.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. All right. So we're tipping Fremantle. You know, I'll tip Port. Fuck it.
Yeah, well, we've already got to lose.
Yeah. Breaking news. Vossi just had dinner.
Wow. What do you have?
Yeah. Steak and chips.
Nice. No eggs?
Yeah. No, it's dinner.
You can have eggs with dinner?
You can, but Vossi doesn't do that.
I thought protein.
Look, he has it for breakfast. Yeah, for breakfast. 5 eggs. No.
You reckon he's one of those guys that like only eats certain meals at certain parts of the day?
I don't know. So I tell you what, if I was him, I'd be snacking on chocolate all day, like eating my feelings.
Yeah, well,
eating the anxiety away.
That's why you're you and Vossi's yoked.
That is very true.
Yoked.
That is very true. Wow, imagine one day we can do like a board meeting stream.
Yeah, I'm sure that's definitely within the realm of possibility. I'm sure we're going to get to the point where confidential board meetings are available to the public. Yeah.
Okay, so like there's things that obviously need to be confidential, but surely there's things that can just be live streamed.
Well, I think the next phase of that is the tribunal.
Yep, fair.
Because it's not a real court case. It's not.
I reckon the tribunal, when they do it, they all wear like, they take their pants off, they wear their shirts on top and their suits, but they're wearing like their underwear on the bottom. Like it's real casual.
Yeah, well, now it's all over Zoom. They used to have to go into Marvel and do it.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways.
GWS North Melbourne at Manuka. Gross.
Yeah, gross.
So we'll just tip the Giants.
Yeah. Do you have any? Do you want to like stick it to me for thinking that they're good and they get pants?
Who?
Giants.
Oh, no, not really.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I don't like, I mean, your idea of winning and success and my idea of winning and success is very different.
No, please explain that. Please further explain that point. No, do it. No, explain that point. Explain that point.
I don't need to.
No, do it. No, do it. We'll do it.
You're after little small wins, and I'm just after.
I will stage a silent protest unless you further extend your point.
Really?
Yeah.
Great. So I'm gonna tip. I will tip.
You asshole.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to bring up for any of these clubs?
No, I reckon the Giants will still be good, and I think they'll do damage in finals.
Okay, let me just ask you.
North.
So the Giants, right? Their 3 games are North. They've got Gold Coast next week. That's a cracker. And then they finish off with St Kilda at home. Gold Coast is away. How many do they win?
Well, they'll win at least 2, and I think that should get them in, right?
Yeah, I think they'll win 2.
Yeah, I mean, unless they miss out on 15, which would be just almighty stiff.
Yeah.
That's it. They get through.
All right. I'll tip GWS. Then we get Melbourne and the Western Bulldogs. All right. And we get here. So they sack their coach.
Yes.
Sacked in the morning.
How did you awake to the news? Were you awake? You probably were. You were up at
I was stunned.
Infrared sources and contrast therapy at 4:30 in the morning because the grind don't stop.
Well, if you actually watch this channel, you know that I had a video up pretty quickly after the sacking. It's because I was here doing work when it broke. It's one of those rare moments where like news breaks and you know, yep, I know exactly the video that I'm going to do about it, and you just get to it straight away. And you're already sitting in here like I'm not out having to wait to get home and film, whatever. I was stunned. I thought they were going to keep him. To be honest, I was stunned.
Yeah, I didn't really know what they were going to do because I don't think one of the things that fascinates me the most about this decision is that right now they are the most unstable club arguably the league's ever seen. They don't have a CEO, president, or head coach, and we're in the middle of the season, so it's not like we're in November and this is the case. The middle of the year, like there's the middle of the year. There's still 3 games to go, and all of their senior positions of power are interims. And Max Gawn is the highest leader at that club with a full-time position, which is fascinating. So, yeah, I'm really surprised they made the decision with all of that.
I think the D's flinched first.
Yeah. I personally think it was a rash decision, personally. To do it right now. Not the decision itself, but to do it right now and to do it with 3 games to go without a CEO or president. I think that decision is rash. If they had waited till the incumbent president and CEO would have entered their roles and they did the process properly, then whatever decision they made, I think would have been better. It's
a very classic Carlton move to do it. I believe it shows weakness on Melbourne's. I don't believe it's, Melbourne got ahead of Carlton in the race for their coach. I don't believe that.
Well, that is only correct if Melbourne get John Longmire and Carlton wanted John Longmire. And what are the odds of that being the case? Low. Very low.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, who would you rather coach, Carlton or Melbourne?
It's a great question. That is a great question.
It's hard to answer this when we're rusted on passionate blue baggers, but yeah.
No, I think looking at the list subjectively.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I'd rather coach Carlton.
Yeah, baggers, baby, let's go.
Well, I'm just thinking when you look at Melbourne's pillars, Gawn, Petrarca, Oliver, May, Lever.
Mm.
3 of those are in the twilight of their careers. Petrarca's never really been the same after his injury. And Oliver, we all know what's happened with him. When you look at Carlton's pillars, Charlie, Harry, Cripps, Wiedering still in fine form. Charlie's had one bad year. Harry's was one of the best centre forwards in the league last year, and Cripps still has good footy in him. So I think that the leaders at the club are better footballers at Carlton than and will be for the next couple of years than what Melbourne's.
Fair.
What about you?
Yeah, Carlton. I saw that Nathan Buckley was talking about he would take the phone call from Melbourne and that they are a compelling situation. I'm surprised to hear Bucks say that, if I'm honest.
Well, you know him better than most.
Well, I wouldn't say most. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I know him, like, whatever.
Yeah, I was
know him intimately like that. I was just under the impression that he would only coach if it was Tasmania.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that was a fair assumption. I think a lot of people probably sat in that boat. I also think I understand where it's coming from when he says that they are an interesting proposition, or however he phrased it, because when you look at their kids, like their under 21s are better than ours. So like Lindsay, Langford, Windsor, these guys, and even if players like McVeigh stay and Pickett and these younger players, if they keep that core together, they're probably a little bit better than ours. So I agree with that sentiment.
Yep. Now the Dogs, right? Are we going to tip the Dogs here?
Well, I mean, Troy Chaplin's going to be the new coach for them for the next 3 games, Melbourne.
Yep.
Am I right in saying that? Yeah. So do you reckon there's a new coach bounce?
He'll basically just let them go and say, "Go on, boys, be free," right?
Well, I mean, you'd have to, right? Which theoretically plays into the Dogs' hands because they play their best footy when it's end to end, back and forth, right? I mean, they smoke the Giants for that reason, is because the Giants play that style of game. So it could be like a case of be careful what you wish for sort of thing.
So this has the potential to be a better game than what it looks like on paper.
Oh yeah, because at least there is some stakes in it. Like there's stakes for the Dogs. So at least one side of the thing has stakes.
Right. Well, the Dogs have the D's, obviously, Sunday. Then they play the Eagles at Marvel next week. And then they finish off with Freo at Marvel next week. How many do they win?
Adelaide, I was going to say at least 2, but I think more doubt has been cast over the Melbourne game now, considering the events. They win at least 2. Don't know which 2 though.
Well, all of their teams in this bracket, apart from Hawthorn. Hawthorn's like 1 to 2. All the others, so the Giants, the Dogs, Fremantle, we've pretty much said, Gold Coast, 2 or 3.
Yeah. So we could genuinely say team is having 15 wins, which is just extraordinary.
Bizarre.
Ridiculous, yeah.
All right. Final game, West Coast Adelaide. We'll just tip Adelaide and get on with it.
Yes, I want to talk about Jordan Dawson though, because I think he's so good. I think he's so good. I think he's arguably one of the best players, one of the best captains in the league right now, as having a captain's moment. He had to kick 2 goals in a row in the second quarter to drag them back into that game last week. And I think he had a big moment against Brisbane at Adelaide Oval to put him in front in the last quarter, took a big hanger, went back and kicked the goal. Obviously had that showdown moment a couple of years back. I think he's a star. I think he's so good. Like, what I would do to have him at Carlton is just be ridiculous.
Yeah, we haven't got like you can just see this happening. I remember Murphy was playing. It's like, oh no, we need a big brute contested midfielder, and then we got Cripps, and it's like now, we need a guy that can like kick the ball and hit targets by foot through the midfield. We'll get that, and then the next wave of player will come. We always just seem to be behind the trend.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I do tend to agree. I think the archetype of Dawson, similar to Nazaya, probably obviously not as quick, is that I think you mentioned it as well, like that long, languid sort of footballer that can run and big strides and has the tank and can kick, and couple that with his good leadership ability and his ability in the clutch moments to take games by the scruff of the neck. I think he's a star. Smoking for the Brownlow as well this year.
All right, we'll tip the Crows, and yeah,
A couple of other tidbits.
Go on.
The round 24 fixture has been announced.
Ugh.
Carlton Essendon on a Friday night, on a Thursday night even. Who did that?
Such a stitch up.
I know. I know. I mean,
Oh, that means next week will be our last show.
no, because are we getting because does the footy end when Carlton lose?
Yeah.
Yeah, finals don't exist. That's right. I've just been given the sack love on air. That's great.
Hey man, board meetings alive. We've got to make
Yeah.
decisions. You know.
So yeah, Bombers Blues Friday night or Thursday night. Friday night doubleheader. Hate those. These Pies D's on Friday, which actually now could shape up to be a top 4 kind of decider, potentially top 8 decider.
Yep.
If it falls that way, which would be fascinating. Power Suns, Friday night, second game, 8:10 p.m. Send off Ken and Boak. Super Saturday, get ready for this. Kangas Crows at Marvel. Tune into that one. That's at 1:20. 4:15, Tigers Cats. Jez Cameron Watch could kick the 100 in that game alone. And then Saturday night, Eagles versus Swans. I wonder why Channel 7 don't want Saturday football. Sunday, 24th, Giants Saints, 12:20. Which actually would be a pretty decent game if the Giants have something to play for. Bulldogs, Dockers, which is probably alongside the game that precedes it. No, that follows it. Game of the round. And then at 7:20, the Lions versus the Hawks. And then Suns v Bombers on the following Wednesday.
Wow. Riveting stuff. Riveting
You're
stuff.
right.
Round 24. Yeah. I don't know. I just want it to be over.
Would you rather it be Thursday and get it over and done with? Because technically the season ends sooner. So it's actually probably a good thing.
I would have loved a Saturday afternoon.
Oh, content-wise, it probably would have helped you. But I think, generally speaking, Carlton's season ends the first out of any other team, which I think is quite fitting.
Do I commit now to a record fan cams? Just one last fan cams?
I go for 6 hours.
Nah, Thursday night at the G. Nah, you can't. It's Friday. People are people.
Unless you do Friday night. Unless you do Friday night fan cams and just roll into Saturday.
Nah. Wow, what a shame. Shame. Hang on a minute. All this board meeting, right? And people will present to the board. Who will the board present to?
What do you mean?
For their decisions.
The
Carlton board. Sorry, I've gone straight into it. I've just had a thought.
The incumbent CEO, no?
I think we need a board of the board.
That's what coteries are, mate.
Are they?
No, it was a joke. But yeah, but who's the board of the board of the board?
Should be the people, mate. The board should
exactly.
present. Yeah.
50 plus 1 rule. Get that in.
Why don't they present to us? Yeah. We made these decisions.
Yeah, that'll go down well.
We'll live stream it.
Yeah. Imagine the board presented to the fan base and the fan base's choice was final. We'd roll around next year with a 4 line of Ashton Moyer and that's it.
Oh, did you see the Diesel Williams podcast last week?
Yes.
We're having the piss taken out of us, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation for everyone involved.
Of course, he's a champion, and I feel for his family and he's going through it. But he said he couldn't remember his career in a 67-minute podcast, which went through all the major moments in his career as he recollected them.
Yeah.
And then said he had the brain of an 80-year-old while being the key football person on the board that makes decisions. What am I missing?
Yeah. And I think that compiles considering the current situation that we're in. But yeah, it was a very, very sad thing to listen to and to read about and then compile that with the position that he holds. It's like it shouldn't be there.
Who do you reckon the next former player is on the board? Because you just know.
Yeah.
You
Because
just know.
We have to because we want this club to be modern. But don't forget 95. Don't forget 95.
The issue is because it's been 30 years, like the generational gap. Do you go for another former premiership player to appease those who were around and remember the 95 premiership? Or do you go Kuda? Or do you go Mark Murphy? Like, who's the favorite?
Bring Sticks back.
No, he's already been on the board. He's been the president.
Oh yeah, he can't be back, can he?
No.
Probably Kuda, because he's going to become mayor.
It's whatever. Kuda. It's for sure. It's Kuda. It's Kuda Fidi.
And it's like, oh my god,
they're going to put him on the board, and he's going to do it. Typical.
Is that not just like the biggest indictment on the club? It's like we have this, like, it is blindingly obvious, like, that one of the big problems with this club is that it is a club that is run as if it is 1984, right?
I'm just thinking,
and like big key decisions are all about. Remember when we were good, like 40 years ago. Remember when we were good? You remember? Yeah, then it's like, okay, great. It's not 40 years ago anymore.
It's just dawning on me, like they're all sitting in a boardroom at this very moment in time, but none of them know what it takes to win a premiership at a football club, apart from Diesel as a player, but he doesn't. He's not fit and proper purpose at the moment.
No.
So what are they actually talking about? I feel like they're talking about what does this look like, or what does it look like? I'm fascinated. Like, what are they talking about right now?
If I knew, I'd be on the board.
Let's get Ari on the board, man. Come on.
Realistically, would I do as bad of a job as what the board have done recently? I would be. So okay, I would be the most like modern, forward-thinking brain on that board.
Okay.
Bang. That's the pitch.
What would you do?
What would I do? What would I do? What would I do?
I mean,
Thanks, Anna. Can we get that comment on the screen, please? So you spoke last night about when I commented about a comment you made, and you said you don't know who's watching until you know they're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. So, I would. What would I do if I was on the board? In terms of what, like with the club?
If you were a decision maker, what would be one of the decisions you would make or vote for?
One of the decisions I make. Would you like a serious answer or a joke answer?
A serious answer.
Serious answer. Well, serious answer would be to very kindly and politely relieve Brad Lloyd of his duties.
Okay.
That would be probably agenda number one. Number two would probably be to. I think the coffee could be better at the club.
Do you know what? How you do one thing is how you do everything. I like it. Standards.
You got to start small. So like Macca's, right? Macca's super successful, right? Their quality control. That's what they pride themselves on. Right? Their quality control. So there you go. Secondly, thirdly, I would put every single person employed by the club across every single area.
Yeah.
They would have to conduct a test on how to do some form of modern thing. So maybe how to use ChatGPT or how to make an effective TikTok, something along those lines. And if they don't pass that, I don't care how good they are, they're not there.
How do we fix the mid-forward connection?
Well, you got to, like we said, we got to start small.
Okay, but we don't have time. Cripps is 31.
Yeah, it's fine.
Here's a question. Good question.
But we're not doing Messiah abroad. We're not doing that. We're not doing.
Here's a question. What's the slogan if they move away from stronger together? What's the next slogan?
Or great question. Awesome
Chat.
question. You should make this a video.
I should. I will. I actually already have it. I already know. For sure. I already have it.
What's yours, and I'll think of mine.
No, I'll ask the chat. Chat first. What would your slogan be if we moved away from stronger together?
Mine would be, stick fat. That's great.
True. Okay, this is the new one.
It's probably that. Please. The new slogan would be
The body.
What Jordan said there, something along those lines. The slogan would be "Remember when we were good" or something like that.
Okay.
Be the past instead of like honor the, like be the past. So be when we were good.
Oh,
remember
okay.
the past, something like that.
Honor among blues. One day. That's very good. Breaking. Voss seen at Woolies buying canned tuna. So I think Bound by Blue was used way too early. They need it now. I think part of the messaging needs to be a connecting message about the club being the unifying entity. Mine was, I think it was, is it Our Club? Yeah, Our Club or Our Car, or the Carlton way or Our Club. Yeah, Our Club.
Our Club. 5-year plan. Keep dreaming. Rebuild. That's one word. Rebuild.
What if we are already in a rebuild?
Well, surely that's not the worst thing if we're in a rebuild and we're like not West Coast.
Wouldn't you have gotten rid of Kennedy and Owies and traded off a pick 3 and got Jagger Smith if you were in a rebuild?
See, I don't know if you're being serious or not, because it's rebuild and then it's refresh and it's rejuvenate and it's all these words that start with RE. It's like
I've accepted it. We are in a rebuild.
We're not West Coast are in a rebuild.
We are in.
Oh no, I've got it. Green shoots. That's what it is. That's the slogan.
Nah.
Green shoot. That's what it is. Got it.
Blue skies. Better man.
Stand by your man.
Yeah. Better men. Better man.
I just asked ChatGPT.
Oh, of course you did.
Here we go. More highlights than history.
More highlights in history. Yeah.
No more history than highlights, Evan. I'm dyslexic.
Maybe I will make this a video, or maybe I'll do it on Monday. Ooh. Righting the wrongs.
Oh, that's clever. That's clever. Proud, passionate, perennially 14th.
Mm-hmm. I said that, and the Carlton women's Twitter account just uploaded a video, I think, promoting season 10, and they've used our home, full stop, our team. I think there's something like that, like together, us.
Is that not stronger together? Is that not the word together literally in that word, in that phrase?
But it needs a refresh, and also stronger together came from Sayers, and he bastardized the club.
By doing what?
You really want me to say it?
Yeah, that's literally why I said that. What I said. So something like that. Bleeding blue. Does it have to be alliterative?
No, it can be whatever we want.
Stronger together is not.
We're just doing a think tank at the moment.
Whatever it takes. Do you know where that's from?
Remind me.
That was the Bombers' slogan ahead of the 2013 season, which they swiftly had to retract after what emerged. Because they really did do whatever it took. So maybe not that.
I think stick fat is it. I think that's it.
Stick fat.
Yep. Job's fucked.
It can. I wish just get worse. It can't get any worse, can it? It can.
Ooh. That could be it. Be together, win together, help.
Blink twice.
Move like
Are we
Jagger.
there yet? Like,
Oh,
are we
yeah.
there yet?
Are we there yet? That's good. Yeah.
Are we there yet?
Okay. I'm gonna unpack this a bit more on the Monday show. This coming Monday. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff.
Very good.
Very good. So the board is still meeting.
While we wait for a potential board, or for a potential board update, I'll use this as a talking point to continue talking about Carlton. The 22 under 22 squads was released.
Yeah.
Carlton, alongside Sydney, have not got any representatives in that.
Yeah, makes sense.
And Brisbane, who are top of the tree, have 5, and Adelaide have 4.
Yep, makes sense. That's why I'm not buying totally the narrative around the youth. It's weird because, like, I'll look to the youth so I can enjoy the footy. I don't need the club to shove the youth down my throat. I need the club to be accountable, you know?
Pause. Yeah. Well, I think it's one of those things where the youth are being punished by playing in a bad team. So if you put Cooper Lord, Ollie Hollands, Harry O'Farrell, Lockie Cowan, all of those kids that have played like bins, these players, and you put them in Brisbane's team or an Adelaide team, they look infinitely better. And they probably get a little bit more praise. But when the leaders are failing to do their job, it's hard for the kids to properly do what they need to do as well.
Yeah. Well, when you've got senior guys that are thinking in the way that we've been hearing, it's all about their contract and what they can get. It's all about their lives, and they've got to set themselves up. Isn't that part of it? Doesn't that give you a bit of an insight into the mentality?
I guess it does. I guess it depends on what way you look at it, really.
Like, am I reading too much into it? Like, I don't think what Doc said is incorrect. That's his truth. He's like, yeah, he's going to be 28. It's your last chance at a big contract. You got to make sure you set up your family. It's like, well, hang on a minute. Yeah.
I think it's a victim of the circumstance, though, in my opinion, because it's this. If that's the true rhetoric, then that rhetoric probably would have been present in 2023 and the first 2/3 of 2024 when we were playing well, right? So your rhetoric probably doesn't change, especially when you're 27, 28. Like, you're probably set in your ways. I just want to flag Adelaide quickly.
Sure.
I think they're a fantastic case study. And I don't think I raised this point enough when we spoke about them.
Okay.
So Matthew Nicks has been in charge for quite a while, right? And he has had he took over. He was a part of a list that in 2020 was very poor, arguably one of the worst sides in recent AFL history. And it's been a long and patient and arduous task where in 2023 they were a kick away from finals and probably should have played finals. 2024 they slipped, and 2025 was arguably his last chance. And they are, in my opinion, in the absolute box seat to win the premiership. I think they are the best pure football side in the comp. They have won the most amount of quarters this season. They've won 59 quarters. The second team is Collingwood, who won 51. Wow. And they have been ahead in games the longest amount of time out of any other club in the season across their game. So they've been ahead. Let me just get the stats up. They've been ahead for 1,900 minutes. So 1,900 minutes this season. The next best is 1,600. So I think it's a good. So you can look at different cases where you can see the scope of die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain, or you can look at the Adelaide approach where it's like correct a lot of what is the phrase? An overnight success that takes however long it actually needs to take, sort of deal. If that makes sense.
What's your point?
So, well, I don't necessarily have a point. It's more just a thought where it's like, I think it depends on what avenue you look at and how you approach looking at what this decision will be towards the end of the season, where it's like, so Vossi's out of contract at the end of next year. He's been in charge for 4 years. Like I said at the start, second coaches on their second time round either don't win a flag or it takes them a long time to win it. So it's like the solution isn't just this decision and then we'll be fine, because either clubs have shown either making the decision and they'll be fine, or not making the decision and they'll be fine as well, if that makes sense. So it's not as cut and dry as people think, is kind of what I'm getting at.
I agree. It's complex.
Yeah. I just think it's handy to look at other clubs because they're real case studies.
Fair.
As opposed to thinking, God, if we keep Voss and sack Lloyd and get new assistants, we'll be fine next year. And that thought on its own doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That thought with a case study, a real life case study alongside of it, makes sense. In the same vein, it's like, we have a really good list. We need a new voice. That thought in itself doesn't make any sense. But that thought with a case study of Collingwood and Craig McRae makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense, yeah.
Well, it's been a marathon show.
We went longer last week.
I'm like tempted to just like hang around, but I know that I don't think there's going to be any breaking news.
Should we go for? Yeah, probably not. Should we go through the half and see if anything breaks at half past?
Till 7:30.
We'll see if anything breaks.
All right, we'll see if anything breaks between now and 7:30. Let's do that.
Very good.
Anything else you want to bring to the table?
I think I brought a lot.
Yeah, I think you brought a lot. It's great.
Thanks. I try. I really do put a lot of effort.
You know what? You have been pretty consistent this year. Yeah, every week. Yeah, pretty consistent.
Thanks.
Why
don't you call your mate Scoop and see if he's got it and see if he has a scoop?
Nah.
He's not out. He's not out there at 8 o'clock at Icon Park door stopping. No way.
No. He's graduated from that. He's
graduated or just lazy.
No, he doesn't do the door stopping anymore. He's done his time. Although I don't know if he ever used to do that. Anyway, I've got one for you. I'll have an article out on, I think it might be Code Sports.
Oh.
Yeah, written piece.
You wrote it about what?
About Carlton. It's a letter to the Carlton Football Club.
Oh, how cute. I'm sure it'll be very, very profound.
They left. They called me last week. Hang on, Channel 7. Board members have left the club. They didn't comment, but they had a look on their face that they felt like, oh, okay. Wait, hang on a second. Is this a real quote or is this your... Yeah, I'm confused.
Poor Hammer got misclicked, so I can't... Jazz in the comments, what's the likelihood of us finding out anything tonight? Probably slim.
Nothing, right?
Well, I think it'll more be an assumption of what happens, if that makes sense. So the board members will obviously eventually leave the premises. So it will be then when we find out if anything might have or might not have happened. I don't think we'll be finding out a true decision tonight.
I'll tell you what. If tomorrow we get some sort of a notification saying that the Carlton Football Club has announced a press conference for 1 p.m. or whatever, you bet your ass that I will be going live. Absolutely. Absolutely.
God.
Yeah.
What did you make? So if there is a press conference called, would you want Boss to be there or not? As in, would you want him to do what Goody did?
I think it would be up to him.
Yeah.
I don't think they're sacking him today or tomorrow.
No, I'd be.
They're not. Because I don't think we are reacting to what Melbourne did.
No.
I don't think
this was a scheduled board meeting.
Yeah, this was a scheduled board meeting.
So it's not as if some emergency things happened. I think the club will stay true to their word and not sack the senior coach until after the season, if they're ever going to do it, like they said.
I think, for the sake of respect, sack Lloyd before you sack Voss. Don't sack Voss before you sack Lloyd.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Totally.
Personally. Yeah.
No, I agree. And maybe that's the decision that's being made tonight. Maybe.
Yeah. Hey, Christine, there's actually no update. So the media are just taking us all for an absolute ride. They basically put a breaking news report that Michael Voss had left Carlton, as in for the day, and then put a photo up of his car, him driving in his car. So they're just taking the piss, and we're all just sitting here like anxious little squirrels, just waiting for. We're all waiting for the change. That's what's happening. We're all waiting for the news of the change,
which I think is better than waiting to see if there will be change. If that makes sense.
Okay, fair. It is better because we do know change is coming, but I don't know if it's going to be enough change for
which is why I think the end of this season is far easier to stomach than what could have potentially been, because we know that change will happen. We know that for a fact. So it's not like we're going over to Perth, playing Freo, being up at halftime and falling away, and sitting there after the game thinking, "God, it's going to be the same next year," because we know it won't.
Oh, I think it's going to be maybe worse next year.
No, yeah, okay, but it will at least be different. It can be worse, but still be better overall, if that makes sense. Like Richmond are worse, like maybe not Richmond, but teams can get worse whilst also being in a better position, if that makes sense.
Yeah, great, but we're not rich. I don't want to be whatever. Like we'll be. It's not in my control, but I just think we're going down this cycle again. Cycle of the hope, 5-year plan, future, regenerate on the run, mini rebuild, we'll call it this time.
But we haven't done that before. We haven't rejuvenated the list on the run and still try to compete.
Okay. We will see. We will see.
Haven't.
Some people think Voss will be gone tomorrow.
So you posed a question to me. If you're on the board, and we might end with this. If you're on the board, what's the 3 decisions you'll make?
Head of football replaced.
Yep.
Every session bar one open door policy.
Okay.
Yep. And I would get all the creators in a room for like a fan press conference, maybe like once a month.
Can I come to that?
What are you going to ask me?
No, to the press conference.
Sure. No, only for asking a question.
What do you mean? Yeah, coffees.
Yeah, what are you asking?
I'll be comic relief. That's my role.
I think I would listen more, to be honest. I think we need a little bit more listening
from the club.
Yeah,
right. Interesting.
Yeah.
I think.
And we wouldn't be paying players premiership wages before they even win a final.
No, you're wrong. No, I seem like you're right. You're right, but we're all wrong. We know what the first thing that we need to do is. We both know what happens on game day that we just don't.
Freddie Mercury gone.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Freddie's got to go. Freddie's got to go.
Never to be heard again.
Freddie's got to go.
It's going to echo at Marvel. It's worse at Marvel, right? Because it echoes.
Yeah.
And they've got the fake fan music behind it as well. Like it's just gross. It's gross.
Yeah, so that would be the first thing.
It's just gross. I would probably cancel about 400 memberships too, maybe more.
Yeah, I would cancel a few as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Any fake memberships would not be part of the tally. We don't.
What? No. Inflate those numbers. Every other club does it. Inflate them.
No.
West Coast have 100,000 members. I can guarantee you 30,000 are dog memberships.
Yeah, less lying.
Every club lies.
You know what? Carlton. Oh my god! I've realised what we are.
Here we go.
We're an influencer. We're like the Instagrammers. They're like projecting this happy life.
We're constantly getting cancelled.
No, they're
Okay.
projecting this happy life and they're miserable at their core. Like it's all fake, but they project this success. Oh my God,
Yeah.
Carlton is an Instagram / TikTok influencer.
Yeah, awful lot of venom I can sense coming behind this speech.
Oh my goodness. That's exactly what we are.
Yeah, like that.
Anyway.
Yeah, nice. Actually, one last question. On the scale of three things, just regarding the head coach, I'm not talking about other changes. There are three options that we go with: Kate Voss, sack Voss, higher experience; sack Voss, higher unknown. Rank them.
Wait. Keep Boss.
Sack Voss, higher experience. So Longmire, Ken, Simpson, whatever, or sack Voss, higher new.
I think higher new. I don't believe in the group. I've lost faith in the group.
So you would say sack Voss, higher new, and then sack Voss, higher experience, and then Kate Voss?
Keep Voss second.
Okay.
I don't know. Like honestly, I don't know. I don't truly know how many of the playing group are truly committed. Also, again, Doc's comments just gave me a window into the mentality. Get what you can from the club. Get what you can for yourself. And like that might just be what footy is right now in sport, and that's fine. That might just be what it is. So this fairy tale of us thinking, oh, they love the club, like no, they want to build families and they want to, provide for their families, and rightly so.
Okay.
Maybe we need to change.
We need to uphold the standards.
All right, the standards.
You're the one who raised this. You're the one who.
Yeah, it's all good to say standard, but like my question to anyone that has this whole thing about standards is: do you have standards for yourself in your life? That's my thing.
That's what I'm saying. And you
good.
light bulb that in my brain, and
yeah, all good for standards, but yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Ari, it's been a pleasure, mate.
One last refresh of Twitter.
Nothing's happening tonight, and if something happens, I'll just turn on the channel and go live, do a video.
Very good.
Have a good night, everyone.
Go
Blues.